As I was saying, the Holy Roman Empire had declared war on the Axis, or Germany, basically. And what they're trying to do? Find Alexei. But what they're doing is just leading their nation to collapse. But also Germany is not doing so well, I guess you could say. Germany's colonies are suffering from rebellion to rebellion, or strikes after strike. These strikes are turning very, very violent. And then a revolution breaks out. Two things is happening to Germany. Two wars. A rebellion and a war with the Holy Russian Empire. But the Holy Russian Empire won't have much time to live. Time is ticking, and we are near midnight. But we are going to stop a little because both of them haven't even prepared for the war yet. I don't even know if I said they prepared in the last episode, but anyways, they haven't prepared as much. But we're getting near this war. Now, America had done some things. They kicked the Germans out. Well, obviously they helped, their allies. And now there's no more German influence in South America. North America, however, still has somewhat of a colonial holding. But anyways, this part of Germany's colonial holdings in Africa is absolutely trying to rebel from the German Reich. But they're having some unsuccessful attempts. But in just a day or so, or a few months or so, America would decide to help the rebels. Some of these rebels are French and wants to regain a little colonial hold there just for now and see what they can do. But that won't happen if America does not help them in time, because of like 1 million people are already dead because of these attempts. But this will end in a few months. But let's go back on the preparation for the war against the Holy Russian Empire and Germany. The preparations were now over. It was time for the war to begin. The Holy Russian Empire, knowing that Alexei will be around here somewhere, and they will restore his living reign where Tsar Nicholas was. And this would be the war that would change Russia. Russia had collapsed due to people thinking that the leader was insane. People decided to rebel from the Holy Russian Empire. Some gained land, some or one disappeared from existence. The Allied nations were shocked and confused. How did Russia collapse for the second time? Well, that was unknown for them. But a new rebel group had came in its way, and this rebel group would be called the French rebels. France had came back from the dead. After the uprising, America saw this news and decided to ship weapons fast because they knew Germany will crush them. And who knows, they can even join. But the French says they have this. So they will decide to crush the people who have crushed them a long time ago. And may the German-Franco War begin. The French have won this war and have taken some of Germany's colonies. And what they plan to do is make friendly governments as democracy as its ideology. France had came back, and it came back for revenge. After the French won the war, they installed friendly governments, and they made an alliance called the African Alliance. The African Alliance is a defensive military organization, and if anyone attacks them, then one of them will join, or all of them will join. And this military alliance, or never mind, I'll speak about that later. But the French came back and they were there for revenge. Those German scums took everything away from them. Their homeland, their people, and their honor. But anyways, America had been planning something that relies on the Allies, and that's freeing Australia. And beyond that, you see, their original plan was going for Hawaii, but that was too heavily defended after the crushing defeat and losing the Far East and Alaska and its colonial holdings actually in the Americas. But the one place that isn't fortified is Australia. And the people were brutally suppressed for revolutions. And so the DOFN starts a military operation to free Australia. And the declaration of war has happened for the third time. The puppet government had capitulated, and Australia would be occupied for a few years from now on. But their torture, their suppression is now over. They could finally live free. Meanwhile, in South America, both Chile and Peru were independent or given independence. America had finally let them free for 2 years of occupation. And they instantly joined the DOFN. This is just one step closer to freedom.